Galnet News Digest, 6th of April, 3309. We read the news so you don't have to. In this week's news, the Caine-Massey Corporation attacks a Torval Mining megaship, Jerome Archer becomes the Republican candidate for president, and the Thargoid War might just be beginning to turn in favour of humanity.
The unexplained assassination of Federal Mining Corporation Caine-Massey's CEO has resulted in a bloody war between two mining companies over custody of a suspect. According to the Federal Intelligence Agency, the unknown individual who assassinated Caine-Massey CEO Johann Fleischer is a prospector working for Torval Mining Limited in the Tavgi system. Based on this limited information, the Caine-Massey Corporation is attempting to arrest the unnamed suspect, while Torval Mining sees the attack as an unprovoked strike upon its assets and is resisting resolutely. Regardless of the merits of the action, those willing to fight on either side can earn lucrative payment for combat bonds in the system. The Imperial defence is based aboard the megaship Orchestral Falcon, which is where the suspect is alleged to be hiding, and the Federal assault is being coordinated from Gordon Enterprise. Some of those who assist will also earn paint jobs for the smallest and largest ships in the Federal and Imperial fleet. President Hudson refused to condemn Caine-Massey's attack, while Senator Denton Petraeus indicated that the Empire was prepared to counterattack should the need arise. There is still no firm evidence that Torval Mining had anything to do with the assassination.
Jerome Archer will be the Republican Party candidate in the forthcoming presidential election, and he's threatening to tighten security even more if he wins. Archer has a career in law enforcement. Starting out as a humble cop, he worked his way up through the ranks of the Federal Intelligence Agency before entering politics. He was Hudson's Secretary of Security at the time of the 9 Martyrs bombings in March 3307. The Federation was unprepared for the bombings, which killed thousands of civilians, including then Vice President Brad Mitchell. Hudson invited Archer to fill the dead Mitchell's shoes as the new Vice President. Riding a wave of concerns over security, Archer established the Proactive Detection Bureau within the FIA. The PDB was tasked with intercepting and monitoring all communications of all private citizens and corporations that are sent from, to, or within the Federation, a massive and contentious task. There was considerable opposition from both citizens and corporations over the human rights and corporate confidentiality implications of the Domestic Counter-Terrorism Act. Vandermeer and Caine-Massey both threatened to withhold their donations to the Republicans, and a number of factions decided to leave the Federation altogether rather than live under the digital microscope. Having beaten Secretary of State Lana Berkovich for the Republican nomination, Archer is well placed to win the presidential race. His promise is to tighten security even more, whereas the Liberal Party candidate Felicia Winters has vowed to abolish the PDB if she is elected. Both Archer and Winters intend to improve the Federation's anti-Thargoid defences, although Winters has also promised to extend the defensive umbrella to neighbouring independent systems. Archer praised Hudson's successes against the Thargoids, although he chose not to mention the shabby treatment that led to Admiral Tanner resigning his commission to work instead as an independent anti-Xeno specialist. If elected, Archer's vice president will be ex-Marine Congressman Nico Shirakawa from Eta Cassiopeia, another military hardliner. The other presidential candidate is trillionaire Zachary Rackham, whose "just like me" campaign promises to make every federal citizen rich. Rackham has not yet revealed his plans for prosecuting the Thargoid War, or, indeed, his policies for anything other than a low-tax, high-spending government.
In entirely unrelated news, for the fourth week in a row the number of systems invaded by Thargoids has decreased, down from a peak of 67 on the 9th of March to just 14 today. The number of systems on alert has remained suspiciously constant, at exactly 40, or 5 per maelstrom, for the past 4 weeks. While the number of Thargoid-controlled systems continues to rise, the rate of increase is noticeably slowing. The number of systems in recovery is increasing week on week, for the good reason that more systems are being cleared of Thargoids, at 40 for the week to Thursday, up from 32 the week before. It seems the fight to repel the Thargoid invasion might be beginning to turn the corner.
And that's this week's Galnet News. Galnet News. We read the news so you don't have to.